Serengeti, the survival race of the Thompson's gazelle. Dawn rises over the Serengeti, gilding the endless sea of grass in gold. The wind sweeps across the plains like soft, whispering waves. This is nature's grand stage, where every heartbeat is bound to the eternal cycle of life and death in the wild. Amid this sea of grass, a small yet explosive presence. The Thompson's gazelle, a compact body, just over 20 kilograms, yet carrying the heart of an Olympic athlete. A black stripe runs along its body like a streak of thunder against a golden canvas. Bright eyes, forever alert, slender legs, yet holding a power of acceleration enough to outshine creatures many times its size. They are not merely prey. They are the heartbeat of the savannah. Through the herds of gazelles, cheetahs can live, lions can endure, and the grasslands are continually trimmed so that balance is preserved. Few realize that the Thompson's gazelle can sustain speeds close to 80 kilometers per hour over short distances, changing direction in an instant. It is this weapon that allows them to escape the fastest hunters on the planet. They live in herds of hundreds. The larger the herd, the more eyes there are, the greater the chance of survival. Their strength lies not in fangs or claws, but in unity. But even within the herd, undercurrents run deep. Two males charge at each other, horns crashing with a sharp, resounding impact. A breath-stealing battle, horns striking as if sparks were flying, breaths coming in ragged bursts. Then the dust settles. The weaker one turns and flees, while the victor remains standing tall, claiming full dominance within the herd. Each rainy season, as the grass returns in waves of green, the females give birth almost simultaneously. Just minutes after entering the world, the newborns must struggle to their feet. In this world, being one step slow means death is already near. Remarkably, in its first days, the newborn must learn to remain silent and to wait, practicing patience within the shelter of the grass. Under the devoted protection of its mother, it grows little by little, preparing for the moment it will join the herd and face the ever-watchful predators. Amid the scorching savanna, a cheetah locks its gaze onto a mother gazelle. A moment of silence, then an explosion of speed, poised to tear through space itself. The cheetah explodes forward, its speed slicing through the air. But the mother gazelle veers violently, then strikes back with her horns. In a split second, the hunter is driven back, and maternal instinct claims its victory. That is the harsh truth of nature. The fastest is not always the victor. Sometimes it is endurance and the ability to adapt that decide between life and death. They do not only run. Thompson's gazelles also perform a distinctive leap known as stotting. They spring high, bodies upright, all four legs stiff. It is both a warning and a challenge sent to any watching predator. Stand among the herd, and you would feel the pounding of hooves like the beat of drums. Each leap becomes a spear of light, striking the cheetah's eyes, leaving it momentarily disoriented. In the dry season, Thompson's gazelles merge into the Great Migration, alongside millions of wildebeest and zebras. A living sea of animals on the move, shaking the very plains beneath them. Along the journey, they face rivers thick with crocodiles, ambushes laid by lions, and a thirst that burns. Yet it is these very trials that forge the strength of the gazelle. They are not the strongest, they are not the largest. Yet the Thompson's gazelle stands as proof that agility, patience, and the spirit of the herd can rise above sheer muscle. Without them, the savanna would fall silent. Cheetahs would fade away. Vultures would lose their feasts. The food chain would collapse. The Thompson's gazelle is the piece that keeps the plains breathing. Within every stride of the Thompson's gazelle beats the rhythm of primal fear, yet also the steady pulse of hope. They are born to run, but not to run forever in despair. With every narrow escape, they leave behind another story of nature, that beauty does not belong only to the proud and powerful, but also to the small and fragile who learn how to survive. Across the vast wilderness, Thompson's gazelles do not rely on speed alone, but on one another. When a single animal lifts its head in alarm, the entire herd shifts direction at once. Beneath the blazing sun, we are reminded that no creature exists in isolation. Life here is woven from countless invisible threads, linking every single breath. In the eyes of predators, the Thompson's gazelle is merely a meal, but in the current of evolution, they are warriors who refuse to fall. They do not possess the crushing pounce of a lion, nor the razor claws of a cheetah, yet they carry a spirit that does not surrender. Every starting leap, every narrow escape from the jaws of death stands as proof that even the weak can write legends of their own. In the crimson light of dusk, the herd stands motionless, their shadows stretching across the sea of grass. They remind us that survival is not about domination, but about balance and the art of adaptation. The Serengeti will continue to change with the seasons and through the years. The footsteps of the Thompson's gazelle will still echo across the plains. They stand as living proof of resilience, a reminder that even the smallest creatures can become the immortal soul of nature. Kangaroo, the leap that shakes the Australian savanna. Amidst the arid grasslands and dense bushes of Australia, there is a creature that has become a global symbol. An unceasing leaper, carrying within it both strength and a wild, enchanting beauty. That is the kangaroo. The kangaroo is the largest marsupial in the world, with powerful hind legs and a long tail that balances its body, allowing it to maintain perfect stability. They can reach nearly 2 meters in height and weigh more than 90 kilograms, making each leap feel like a bound through space. Unlike any other mammal, the kangaroo moves by hopping. With a single leap, it can cover more than 9 meters, reaching speeds of up to 60 kilometers per hour, turning the grasslands into a stage of power and agility. The thick, powerful tail acts like a third leg, helping the kangaroo to support itself and deliver lethal kicks when threatened. Kangaroos usually live in groups, also known as a mob, ranging from a few dozen to several hundred individuals. Within the mob, the dominant male defends the territory and competes for the right to mate with the strongest females. At times, adult males challenge one another in unique boxing matches. They stand upright on their tails, grapple with their forelegs, and deliver powerful kicks to claim dominance. The battle ends only when one withdraws, while the one who remains stands proudly as the king. The kangaroo's ability to conserve water is truly astonishing. They can endure many days without drinking water, drawing moisture only from dry vegetation, a perfect adaptation to a harsh land. One of the most fascinating and extraordinary things about the kangaroo is the way it raises its young. The female has a pouch at the front of her belly, where the joey is nurtured during the first months of life. At birth, the joey measures just over 2 centimeters, naked and blind. It must crawl on its own into the mother's pouch, find the milk-rich teat, and grow within the absolute protection of the warm pouch. In that pouch, the joey spends many months, gradually growing fur, opening its eyes, and learning to hop. When it is big enough, it begins to peek out, then gradually explores the world, before finally leaving the pouch to live on its own. But nature is never only peace. Across the silent fields, danger is always lurking. A pack of native dingoes, with their golden coats, spots a mob of kangaroos. The pounding of paws rushes forward. The circle closes in. The kangaroo tries to leap away, each bound frantic. But the gap narrows with every moment, despair seeping into every breath. With a precise strike, the kangaroo falls in a cloud of dust. The wild dogs close in to savor their prize. But on the grasslands, the lesson of survival remains unchanged. Life is always an endless struggle. The kangaroo is not only a symbol of resilience, it is also living proof of extraordinary adaptability. In a land as harsh as Australia, it has survived, thrived, and become a source of national pride. Jackal, the relentless survivor of the Masai Mara. The sun rises over the Masai Mara, the savanna trembling in a radiant golden light. The wind sweeps through the grass, carrying with it the scent of life, death, and legend. In this vast sea of grass, there is a small yet proud creature, carrying within it the cunning of a survivor and the audacity of a lone warrior. It is the jackal, Canis aureus, the resilient wild animal of the savanna. Its ears stand tall, its golden eyes glowing brightly in the dawn. Every detail of its body has been honed by nature to survive in the harshness. Their bodies are about 1 meter long, less than half a meter tall, and weigh on average between 10 and 15 kilos. Yet within that compact frame lies remarkable endurance and the agility of a true hunter. They are skillful scavengers. A jackal's meal may be tiny insects, a fleeting mouse, or the leftovers from the feast of a larger predator. But do not think the jackal lives only on scraps. When the moment comes, it turns into a formidable hunter. Lightning speed, sudden strikes, and sheer tenacity send many prey to their fate. Every step of the jackal on the savanna is a tense battle, where each blade of grass may conceal danger. The boundary between hunter and hunted is as fragile as a breath. The jackal is a master of opportunity, ready to snatch a meal the moment others let their guard down. Yet there are times when the balance shifts, and the giant hyena turns it into the loser, stealing every hard-won prize. Soon after, they dig burrows, give birth, and the whole pack comes together to protect the newly born generation. The tiny pups, their eyes still tightly shut, are guarded by their parents with utter devotion and daring. The jackal pups emerge from the den, their wide eyes gazing in wonder at the unfamiliar world around them. They sniff every breeze, listen to every sound, trembling yet curious about the vast savanna. The care of jackals does not come only from the parents. The whole pack nurtures the pups. This unity is the very secret that has allowed the species to endure through countless generations. Thirsty, the jackal follows a trail to a small waterhole. But just as it bends down, its hunting instinct awakens. It suddenly lowers its body, golden eyes locked tightly on a moving target nearby. In an instant, it darts forward like lightning, swiftly ending the fate of an unlucky bird. That small prize is enough for it to enjoy a rare meal in the harsh savanna. The jackal has neither the muscles of a lion nor the numbers of a hyena, yet it possesses an invaluable advantage: tireless perseverance, the silent weapon that helps it triumph over adversity. As evening falls on the savanna, two jackals work in perfect harmony, their fangs and claws pinning down a small prey struggling in despair. In the savage game of the savanna, coordination and speed turn the small into warriors capable of subduing any life that dares to falter. The sunlight pours down, revealing their lean figures weaving through the savanna. Their glowing eyes are a reminder that even the solitary can write a tale of survival, daring to snatch a meal right beneath the wings of the giant vulture. Few creatures embody as many paradoxes as the jackal. Small in body, yet daring in strength. Vulnerable in status, yet unyielding in spirit. Alone on the savanna, it endures with resilience through countless generations. In the wheel of life and death of the Mara, it is a silent yet indispensable link. It clears away carcasses, hunts small prey, and ensures that nature's balance never collapses. The jackal is neither a ruler like the lion, nor as numerous as the hyena. Yet it is its solitude, its resilient instinct, that has turned it into a symbol of persistence. The gentle giant of nature. On the harsh African savanna, each step of the giant elephant shakes the ground. They carry within them ancient wisdom, sacred maternal bonds, and the strength of unity, becoming an eternal symbol of wildlife. In that endless cycle of life, the most sacred moment is when new life begins. Within the protective circle of the herd, a mother elephant gives birth, opening the perilous journey of a fragile young giant. Just a few minutes later, the newborn calf struggles to stand. Each unsteady step is a powerful declaration that it has entered this harsh world. While vultures circle in the sky above, the watchful eyes of hyenas glimmer from afar. They know that the fragility of the newborn is their chance. But the mighty herd forms a living wall. The thunderous roar of the mother is enough to drive away every predator. Here, new life is protected by the strength of unity. The savanna is never truly calm. Each day, the young calf grows, learning how to find water and to remember the paths carved by the herd through generations. But danger is always lurking. A pack of wild dogs appears and charges forward, the slow calf becoming their target. The wild dogs are numerous, but the resilience of the herd makes them falter. To grow up, the calf must learn how to survive in the circle of death. And as it gradually grows, overcoming each battle, it carries not only its own strength, but also the memory and the spirit of the whole herd. They converse in sounds beyond the range of human hearing. Infrasound vibrations pass through the earth, carrying for many miles. Compassion is seldom found in animals, yet elephants are an exception. They grieve for the fallen, standing quietly before the skeleton, as though in tribute to what has been. Elephants are known to use tools, employing branches to chase off rhinos or breaking the soil in search of minerals. Such behaviors reveal deep intelligence, rendering them masters of survival. In a world where might so often prevails, the African elephant demonstrates one truth. Wisdom and memory are the lasting weapons that keep this giant steadfast through every trial. The colossus is not always secure. Under the glaring sun, the predator's golden eyes flash. It is the lion, the sole beast daring to confront the elephant, most of all when the young are vulnerable. With a resounding roar, the lion springs forward, its sharp fangs ready to drive into the dense flesh. The savanna ignites with the racing pulse of a battle between bravery and hunger. The mother elephant turns, tusks raised sharp and gleaming, trunk striking fiercely like a tempest. She battles with all her strength, casting aside each lion that lunges too near. Yet the fire of hunger makes the lions ever more savage. They fan out, encircling with each pace, their gaze sharp as knives. One fleeting mistake, and the calf is down, its destiny revealed upon the crimson earth. The struggle between life and death is fought not only in the wild, but also within human hands. The elephant's greatest foe is not the lion, but mankind. Human devastation has driven their population into steep decline. And yet, in certain places, there are still hands that protect. Reserves and anti-poaching efforts kindle a faint hope for this giant. Across the savanna, as the crimson sun sinks, the colossal form continues its march. It is proof of nature's endurance, where might and wisdom are bound together as one. Kibo, the king of speed on the savanna. The savanna, an endless sea of grass stretching to the horizon. There, the wind carries the scent of dry earth and the footsteps of countless creatures. This is the wild stage, where life and death intertwine in nature's dance. Amid that sea of grass, the ruler is not the lion, but a giant bird. Kibo, the only bird that needs no wings, yet it is speed and explosive power in every stride that make him the ruler of the savanna sky on the ground. Standing up to 3 meters tall and weighing more than 150 kilos, Kibo towers like a giant of the grasslands. His long, muscular legs are a perfect machine, carrying him to speeds of up to 70 kilometers per hour. His wings, though not used for flight, serve as balance when running and as a display of strength in combat. One kick from Kibo is powerful enough to crush a lion's bones, making predators wary of facing him head-on. The eyes of the ostrich, measuring up to 50 millimeters in diameter, are the largest of any land animal. With their exceptional vision, they detect predators from afar, turning those eyes into weapons of survival across the vast savanna. In the midst of the harsh dry season, Kibo can survive for many days without drinking water, absorbing moisture from grass and wild fruits. This is the secret that allows ostriches to endure in the driest regions of the savanna. When the mating season arrives, Kibo performs a powerful dance, spreading his wings, ruffling his feathers, raising his neck high, shaking his head and circling the female. The skin on his legs and his beak turn a bright pinkish red, signaling his readiness to mate. The nest is built on bare ground, where many females will lay their eggs together, but only the main female and the male take part in incubation. Ostrich eggs are the largest in the world, weighing up to 1.5 kilos. Each breeding season, an ostrich can lay between 10 and 20 giant eggs. A single egg could feed a family for many days, but on the grasslands, it is a treasure that predators never stop coveting. During the breeding season, Kibo becomes aggressive, ready to attack other animals to defend his flock and territory. When enemies lurk, he uses his tremendous speed and massive body to drive away any intruder that dares to come near. Within the flock, the female ostrich often selects one special egg to be placed at the center of the nest for protection and priority incubation. This is nature's way of ensuring the next generation has the highest chance of survival. At scorching midday, heat shimmers from the ground like rising smoke. Kibo and the females graze in fragile peace, unaware that in the tall grass, a group of cheetahs is silently lying in wait. The two living arrows of the savannah, the cheetah and the ostrich, are about to hurl themselves into a merciless chase, where victory means life and failure means death. Suddenly, the cheetah bursts forth like lightning. Two ostriches leap up and flee. Kibo, with his lightning-fast legs, escapes by a hair's breadth. But the slower female becomes the target, collapsing at once beneath the predator's claws. The chase ends as the cheetah pack rushes in to feast. Razor-sharp teeth tear through feathers, growls echoing among the grass. Ostrich flesh becomes the prize that feeds the bloodthirsty hunters of the savannah. The eggs hatch into new life, but the mother's figure is gone. Kibo becomes the only pillar of support, guiding the bewildered chicks across the harsh grasslands, passing on the instincts of survival so that the journey may continue. The ostrich is the only bird with just 2 toes. This minimalist design turns it into a perfect speed machine, like racing shoes bestowed by nature to conquer the savannah. As Kibo runs across the sea of grass, seeds cling to his leg feathers and are carried far away, scattering life and renewing the vegetation. The ostrich, though unwittingly, plays the role of a silent architect of the grasslands. As dusk falls, Kibo dashes across the fiery red sea of grass. His silhouette reminds us that true strength lies not in wings, but in legs that know how to break limits and seize life.